Tonight, you will probably sleep behind a locked door. You may have a mattress, blankets, walls, a roof, maybe even a fan, heater, or soft light glowing somewhere in the room. You will lie down knowing that the floor beneath you is clean, the temperature is controlled, and almost nothing in the darkness is trying to reach you. But for ancient humans, sleep was never that simple. Night meant cold. Night meant insects. Night meant rain, wind, animals, and the sounds of movement beyond the firelight. And yet humans still slept. They slept in caves, rock shelters, open camps, grass huts, and places that left almost no trace behind. They slept near fire. They slept beside family. They slept while someone else in the group was still awake. And most surprisingly, they slept in beds, not beds like ours, but beds carefully built from the world around them. To understand ancient sleep, imagine the end of a long day tens of thousands of years ago. The light is fading. A small group has returned to camp. Someone brings wood to the fire. Someone prepares food. Children stay close to adults. Beyond the edge of the camp, the world becomes harder to see. There are no streetlights, no doors that lock, no alarms. The darkness belongs to everything else. So the first question was not, where can we be comfortable? It was, where can we survive until morning? A good sleeping place had to solve several problems at once. It needed protection from wind. It needed a dry surface. It needed to be near food, water, or familiar travel routes. It needed to be far enough from danger, and it needed to keep people together. For some groups, caves and rock shelters offered part of the answer. A cave could block wind, protect against rain, and provide a stable place for fire and food preparation. But caves were never available everywhere, and ancient humans did not spend all their lives inside them. Many people slept in open-air camps or temporary shelters built from branches, grass, hides, and whatever materials the landscape offered. And wherever they slept, bare ground was rarely the ideal choice. The earth steals body heat. It holds dampness. It carries insects. A person sleeping directly on the ground may rest, but not well. So ancient humans began changing the ground itself. At Border Cave in southern Africa, archaeologists uncovered evidence that people were building grass bedding at least 200,000 years ago. The bedding consisted of layers of grass and ash, and researchers believe the ash may have helped discourage crawling insects. The site shows that early humans were not simply finding a place to collapse after dark. They were preparing sleeping areas deliberately. Think about what that means. 200,000 years ago, people may have gathered bundles of grass, carried them into a cave, placed them in a chosen area, and laid them over ash. That is not accidental comfort. That is planning. That is someone looking at a hard, cold surface and imagining a softer place to sleep. At nearby Sibudu Cave, archaeologists found evidence of plant bedding around 77,000 years old. Some layers included aromatic leaves that may have helped deter insects. Researchers also found signs that bedding was repeatedly burned and rebuilt, suggesting that people maintained these sleeping spaces over time. In other words, ancient humans may have understood something we still know today. A bed is not just a place to lie down. It is a barrier between your body and the cold ground, between your skin and insects, between exhaustion and the ability to function tomorrow. But grass bedding alone could not protect a person from everything. The night outside the shelter was still alive. A sudden sound in the dark could mean wind. It could mean a branch breaking. It could mean an animal. For ancient humans, sleep was probably lighter, more flexible, and more social than it is for many people today. Modern research with Hadza hunter-gatherers in Tanzania offers a clue. In one study, researchers found that group members did not all sleep at the same time. Because people naturally had different sleep schedules, there was almost always at least one person awake during the night. Across the study period, the entire group was simultaneously asleep for only a tiny fraction of the night. This does not mean ancient humans took turns standing guard like soldiers. The study suggests something subtler. Different ages, habits, and body clocks naturally created a kind of group vigilance. Someone might wake early. Someone else might fall asleep late. A baby might cry. A fire might need attention. A noise might pull one person briefly out of sleep. Without planning it, the group created a moving watch, not one guard. Many small moments of wakefulness, and that may have made sleep safer. Fire changed the night too. A fire gave warmth, but it also gave light. It pushed darkness back. It may have discouraged some animals from coming too close. It created a center for the camp, a place where people could prepare food, repair tools, speak, and rest before sleeping. But ancient humans did not necessarily sleep the moment the sun disappeared. Studies of Hadza, San, and Tsimanye communities living without electric light found that people often went to sleep several hours after sunset and woke near dawn. Their sleep changed with season and temperature, but it was not simply darkness arrives, everyone sleeps. That makes sense. The evening was useful. It was when tools could be repaired. It was when food could be shared. It was when children could listen. It was when stories could carry knowledge from one generation to the next. The sleeping place may have been simple, but the world around it was not. A bed of grass could become a classroom. A fire could become a library. A family sleeping close together could become a survival system. And ancient humans likely used whatever else they had. Animal hides could add warmth. Leaves could soften the ground. Ash could help manage insects. Shelters could block wind. In colder regions, clothing may have become part of the bed itself. A person could sleep inside layers of hide and fur, carrying their warmth with them through the night. The goal was never luxury. The goal was to wake up alive. That is the hidden truth behind ancient sleep. Our ancestors did not sleep without beds. They made beds from grass, leaves, ash, hides, and skill. They did not sleep alone in perfect silence. They slept near people whose presence made danger less likely. They did not defeat the night. They learned how to live inside it. And perhaps that is why sleep still feels so vulnerable. When you turn off the lights, lock your door, and pull a blanket over your body, you are doing something ancient. You are building a small, protected world. A soft surface, a warm layer. A boundary between yourself and the darkness. The mattress is modern, but the need beneath it is older than memory. Which fact surprised you the most? What mystery should Wyora explore next? If you enjoy uncovering nature's hidden secrets, don't forget to subscribe.